Good morning from South Arkansas. My name's Christina. This is my backyard organic garden, and I wanted to just show you real quick. I was just out here walking in my garden. I noticed that one of my striped pumpkin blooms, the female bloom, is open. So that means I can hand pollinate. And I have been having to do this for this particular plant because the plant itself has a lot of greenery, a lot of foliage on it. And so I've had quite a few unpollinated blossoms because I just don't think the pollinators are, sorry for the wind, I don't think the pollinators are able to see the flowers and like get to them and things like that. So I have hand pollinated at least 2 of these pumpkins that are already on here, but I'm going to just show you real quick what I'm going to do to hand pollinate these pumpkins. So the first thing that I'm looking for is this right here. This is a female pumpkin here. It's got the flower on it, okay? But right here, directly behind the flower is the immature fruit of that plant. And in this case, it's a blaze pumpkin. Oh look, we have a friend. So, and you can see right here, that is an unpollinated fruit. It will not turn, the flower will fall off. The fruit will basically turn yellow and brown and it will just die off the plant. So, in order to make sure that this one gets pollinated, I'm going to take a male flower. And I'm going to take one from the inside of the plant. Now, so you've got to get in here in this foliage. Now this right here is a male flower. It's got the flower at the top. But if you look underneath it, there's no fruit. It's just the stem, okay? And also you'll see in a minute the inside of the flower looks different. So I'm just going to pick this off. As you can see, there are other male flowers on the plant, so I'm not concerned about other fruits not being pollinated. And in fact, there's one right there. And I'm just going to leave that so other pollinators can pollinate if they want to. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to take this male flower, okay, see the end, okay, I tore it off. I'm going to take this male flower and I'm going to pull back the petals very carefully. Because there is pollen on the inside of that petal. But what I'm going to do is take this portion of the male flower, it's called the stamen, and it has pollen all on it, and I'm going to open up this female flower, and you'll see on the inside of the female flower, she looks different. She is more rounded, and she has more parts to her. So I'm just going to open this up. I don't like to take the female flower off. I just like to open it up a little bit, take my male stamen and just rub it on there really good. Try to get all that pollen on there that I can. Okay. I'm actually going to take this portion of the male flower because it still has pollen in the bottom of it. I'm going to rub that in there too. Okay, so that concludes our hand pollinating. Now I'm just going to close that flower back up as best I can, so that pollen will stay in there and not fly away. Alright, that is how you hand pollinate a pumpkin. It's a little bit different for all the other flowers, but mainly it's the same, the basics that you need to find the female flower and the male flower. Take the male flower and pollinate it with it. Now, sometimes people will take a Q-tip and put that inside the male flower to collect the pollen and then pollinate the female flower. Some people use a paintbrush. I don't ever have those things out in the garden with me, and I don't particularly care to go inside to get them. Hand pollinating method has worked for me. There are several pumpkins in here that have resulted from hand pollination. That one right there, that one right there. And there are pumpkins in here that I did not hand pollinate. There's one that I did. And there's one that I did. I know that some pollinators are getting in here, and what I need to do actually is prune this to get some of these excess leaves off of here so that it will, 1, provide airflow, 2, make sure the pollinators see the flowers, and 3, make sure that I can see any bugs or pests that are attacking the fruit that I wouldn't be able to see just from looking at the plant. So we'll see y'all next time. Bye.